Okay guys, we're about to start and I'm just waiting for ZSX to actually join me, but he seems to be a bit occupied, so just wait like 30 seconds and he should be here. Right, maps are gonna be T7 and then DM13 and then ZTN. So I reckon rapha vetoed Arrowwalk because he knows, okay, you know, it's not because I'm playing against and he's really good on that one. So T7 is gonna be very interesting. rapha is very good on that map.
Sorry, I'm back.
Noctis is gonna have a really tough time on this one. What were we saying yesterday? Hey mate, how you doing?
I thought we were streaming.
Say hi to the people.
Hi to the people.
I thought we were
Linky.
streaming the Hang Noctis. I mean, the Hang Garpy.
No.
Yes, we are. They've changed it.
Yeah, we did. Confusion.
I've been overruled. They all want. This is not on.
Oh, you have to.
I'm not happy. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what issue.
What?
Those DreamHack toilets give me nightmares.
Oh my god, their pubes everywhere.
That's
so disgusting. They haven't cleaned the toilets in like 24 hours. And that's how they look
I'm
like.
really not happy about this, but everyone, Garpy the Hang, TV2, watch that. I'm going to give up casting off this. I'm not angry. Anyway, we're off.
Yeah, rapha just spawn high, just make sure, okay, I look down. And there's Noctis taking the red armor, so that leaves me Mega Health and yellow, and there's a brief delay by rapha here.
rapha's delayed this for a long time, but Noctis saw it, so at least he got time.
Noctis read that well. The only thing that Noctis needs that rapha needs right now is a rail, but he's setting up for that that red armor. It's going to be interesting whether or not Noctis is going to jump down, but he didn't have to because he connected that rail, so he dealt enough damage on that situation. rapha at the moment, he really wants that rail, but once again, he's just dealt so much damage to Noctis, and Noctis actually had to back off from that situation. So Mega Health is up next. Obviously, he has been delayed for quite a while, so rapha has still time to just sneak in and just baiting Noctis, and that first rail was a hit.
rapha wanted to do damage. He did it, but the second rail was very unlucky not to hit.
Oh, they got rockets by Noctis, and Noctis converted in the first frags.
Amazing trap.
Wow, how that was really. I thought with the stack that rapha had, he would actually sustain that push, but Noctis just. His rockets were really exceptional in that fight. And the question is he gonna be fast enough for the red? And now
he is
nowhere
got
near.
A stack, he can't push in.
No.
rapha just spammed that out. If Noctis pushed in there, he might have taken it. He probably would have died. So.
It looked like Noctis wanted to get more speed, but then he backed off. I mean, it's a smart decision, given the fact that rapha was just
but now
Noctis
is in a much better position than rapha. Rapha's probably got 100, 150, but Noctis is well set for this red.
Yeah, but he's trying to figure out where rapha is. And rapha's actually high and he's jumping down, but Noctis has a good angle with that lightning gun on him. But he takes so much damage in that fight.
How did Noctis miss the red? I don't understand. But whatever. I thought that was a silly drop, but somehow Noctis missed the red and it worked out perfectly.
Let's have a brief look at the accuracies. Now Noctis is trapped, and I don't think he can stay too long.
Unlucky for Noctis. That was great play.
If rapha hadn't hit that rail, he would have been dead.
Well, all or nothing there. I mean, great opening rocket to LG. rapha should have died.
So Mega Health next, and rapha is trying to do the push, and Noctis still waiting, and with that rocket launcher, he just fell down, so he's out of positioning, and rapha gets all the items right now.
Noctis is very aggressive on the defense, but his rockets are working, so I mean, but he's going to be low now.
What does he have right now?
He has like nothing. Yeah, I mean, one rail and he's going to die because he won't be able to do anything. And there.
That was a
That
close one. How is
yeah.
he going to get out of here?
Rapha doesn't know how that
Why
is
is he?
either.
He's just pushing him forward, man. He's just pushing forward.
Oh man, Rapha. He doesn't know how all of that missed. Rapha's eaten a lot there. Look, he's even less than Noctis.
Yeah.
There's going to be a trade-off here. Red for Mega.
It's like a different Noctis. He's just playing plus forward with rockets. And look at that. He's just intercepting Rapha and just hitting the first rocket, bouncing Rapha off. And that was just really good defense once again.
Well, that's not like Rapha to be caught in the same trap twice. He's just lucky to get away with his life. He's going to have a hard time defending red.
Yeah,
But
I don't think he's going to show up.
No, Noctis is late. He took the yellow and decided just to leave the red. He's going to set up for Mega though.
And Rapha still has enough time to get to the Mega and set up for it, and he's just strafing to it straight, but
he won't push. He'll let Noctis take it and do a lot
try
of
to set a trap, yeah.
Interesting. He should get the red though.
Yeah, Rapha just had always in that fight. Rapha always had the options to go for the red armor, and that leaves Noctis with hardly anything. Let's switch over to him. You know, he just has got yellow to his name.
But red and Mega at the same time. So Noctis, he'll probably try and use sound cues to see which one Rapha's going to go for.
Noctis should just position himself in center map to see where Rapha is.
He's going to take the Mega, and Rapha still isn't taking the red. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's great play. No, that's perfect. That's perfect by Rapha. He knew, he presumed Noctis knew he would have taken the red, but he didn't, and he was able to do damage and take the red, so well played.
So still 2-1. It's pretty close here on Furious Heights, and Noctis has to win this. Actually proceed in the brackets.
Let's have an update. Golpi is losing 6-0 on T7, 5 minutes gone.
And Noctis has good positioning on the red armor, and the question is going to be, what is Rapha going to do? Because Rapha, he should be lucky with our Mega health.
Yeah, Noctis felt the rail was more important than the Mega, which is wise because Rapha had a massive advantage having a rail over Noctis. Just going to try and protect this RA, and Rapha will probably try and just do damage and keep away, really. Doesn't even try and do damage.
Yeah, Noctis is in great positioning here, but there's Rapha waiting for him and hitting some good rocket, and then the shaft pushing Noctis away and still has positioning on him, and Rapha is not giving up. He just wants to deal damage, and he's doing great.
No, Rapha's defensive rockets from above were amazing. I had a hard time when I played against him yesterday. Those rockets destroyed me.
Yeah, and Rapha is very committed right now. He just wants to break Noctis.
But Noctis is doing well to keep it to a 2-1. At least he's not giving up frags. Which he might. Yeah, he's going to now. Which is. He didn't need to stick around. Wow, he kept it away. But no, another great rail. I don't think he needed to stick around there. He did his damage, but he decided to stay.
What was that?
I think he wanted to rail or something. I'm not sure. Noctis has to just get away from this Mega. It's not going to be good staying around there. But I'm sure he will be since he's quite an aggressive player.
That was a good strafe that actually by Noctis, so he didn't get hit by that rail. But right now, Rapha has all the items that he needs, and he's going to be so pressuring right now.
I'm presuming Noctis has a rail, which is good for him. He'll be able to do some damage at least. Rapha's spitting the items now, perfect.
That's actually pretty close. 3 seconds to get both items. It's going to be very hard, but still. Noctis doesn't really have much to work with. Let's switch over to him. But he has managed to... Yeah, he picked up like 3 yellows.
He doesn't know the Mega timing. And that's...
Well, this is good for Noctis because Noctis...
very lucky not Rapha off.
He got caught in that wall, I think. That's why he took too much damage.
Yeah, but lucky to not Rapha off. If he didn't knock Rapha off, he probably would have died. Standoff here, but Rapha's going to push in to hit a nice rail.
Actually, Rapha decided not to take the red armor.
Yeah.
That means He's just trying to figure out where Noctis spawned and then decide where to go.
He really wants to do damage to wherever Noctis is.
He's like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm just going to wait for Noctis. And Noctis actually just baits and takes that red, but...
And he's done the damage he wanted. He knew Noctis must have spawned somewhere over a grenade because he wasn't to be seen. So that's a great read by Rapha.
And I think Rapha did that twice now, just not going for the red, not doing the obvious choice, and just trying to find Noctis off guard, dealing damage, and then just go back to the items.
Noctis is going to find it hard. He needs a major power-up soon because there's not much time to have a comeback. Wow, he can't do anything. Rapha's got everything and he's hitting these good shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Here we see. What a prediction.
GG. I thought at the beginning Noctis played really well. Like the first frag with the rockets, Noctis just placed them so well, and then Noctis just play. Rapha just play how he usually does. He just waits for you to make a mistake.
Noctis did great. It was rare to catch Rapha off guard, and he did it twice. The second time didn't get a frag from it, but Noctis did well as well to keep it to 2-1 when he was severely out of control for a few minutes. He just couldn't push when he had control. Rapha's so great on the defense, and I'm going to have to say DM13 Rapha.
Yeah. Who won the first map? The Hang was Scarpy.
Yeah, the Hang. But Scarpy's 2-0 up on Hectic. Only a minute gone there.
And we're going live on DM13 Lost World. Second map.
Stream this match.
Whatever. Oh, I mean. Okay.
Trade off, yeah. Mega red.
So
normal start.
And Rapha has all what he needs right now. Rocket, lightning gun, and so he will be able to go and center map, but first he has to find way through Noctis here, and he's
so aggressive by Noctis.
Wow, what is he doing?
It hasn't paid off. Yeah, sure, he's got the lightning gun. He might even get a yellow if he waits up, but why? He's lost the whole map. No.
Went in aggressive with the plasma gun instead of getting a rocket launcher.
Plasma's, everyone knows how damaged plasma can be, but against Rapha's rockets, it's not going to work. And now, yeah, Rapha has complete map control, all weapons. He's very comfortable.
Yeah, just holding center map, and that way he can also deny one of the yellows, and now just the red, and he's still gonna have enough time to, yeah, just prepare for that next mega health, the next big item, and if he has that, it's gonna be very tough for Noctis to break that. But Noctis is already waiting with a rocket launcher, hitting first shot onto Rapha, but Rapha has time now. What is he gonna do? He's just gonna spam and find the right timing to actually jump on that mega health. And
that was very smart play by Rapha, not just to push in for the mega, because he would have taken a lot of damage. He ended up taking nothing. He's gonna have just under 200 now, and he's gonna steal away.
That was a good rocket by Noctis, and Rapha shows that how important rockets are on that map, because these rocket jumps just help Rapha not only to deny the armors but also to get better positioning onto Noctis.
But Noctis has done so well. They're on even stacks now. He can even push in for the mega because Rapha's waiting for red. I don't think he knows that though.
Maybe he's waiting high again.
Yeah, he's too late. That's unfortunate, because if he had pushed in he would have taken that mega. But nevertheless, Noctis is doing okay. 0-0. He's done it. Oh, and he's done a lot of damage. Rapha's bad now. Bad position for Rapha.
Oh,
what plasma! Great play by Noctis. I thought he even messed up when he missed that mega, but yeah, great defense.
So 1-0 for Noctis, and let's see what he can do with that. He has a reasonable amount of armor here, and Noctis, if he gets the next mega health, it will be really tough for Rapha, because you will have to play the plus back game. But if Rapha gets the yellows, you know, one after the other, he can surely, you know, work his way back into the game. There's Rapha jumping in, getting the rocket launcher, while he's staying and taking
risky by Rapha. He could quite easily be pushed into the lava, so he was lucky to stay up, to be honest.
Yeah, but Rapha is doing what you have to do, you know. Rapha is out of control, but he has to make sure that he actually deals damage to Noctis, and that's what he did. That's why he rushed to that rocket launcher, getting positioning on the red armor, and then when Noctis takes it, so that you would eat a rocket launcher.
Oh, wow. Rapha got caught way out of position there. Noctis pushed him very aggressively. And he's going to have total map control. He's going to try and bait Rapha. He knows Rapha won't push him without any weapons. But no, he's just going to secure the map. $200.
Would you have expected this?
No. Noctis playing great. Rapha really can't do anything except run the yellows. Maybe steal an item if he probably presumes Noctis is going to try and bait him, so he won't go for them until he's 100% sure.
Yeah, there are the nades. He knows.
See, he's left red up now for 15 seconds. So. And Rapha.
Oh, Rapha reads so well, stealing that red armor.
He knew Noctis was trying to bait him, and yeah, he read it perfectly. Nevertheless, Noctis takes the yellow and the mega, so done well anyway.
Yeah, but still Noctis has 200, and there's Rapha, and Noctis is actually catching him off guard. But those rockets for Rapha were so good as well. But Noctis with a bigger stack managed to just stay alive longer, and there's Noctis jumping up, making sure
to fall off.
Making sure that Rapha doesn't get the rocket jumper, just forcing him away and still, you know, having the control on him.
Noctis is far more concerned about just securing the map control now, taking all the items. He doesn't need to push Rapha with a 3-0 lead. Noctis is playing great. I mean, he hasn't played that well today, but he's really turned it on when it matters.
Yeah, well, I like it that
he's
not only working, you know, the Maga and the Rat, but he's also constantly denying that upper yellow, just making sure that Rapha only has that one yellow and maybe the shards, you know, available for him, and that is not much against the, you know, stacked Noctis.
He's not that bothered about finding Rapha right now. He just really wants to deny any items so Rapha can't make a move.
Yeah, and Noctis and Rapha needs to not only steal more yellows. He probably has like 100 right now, but maybe if he can get in on the major items. But once again, just Rapha gets caught off guard and just keeps spamming plasma gun, and that makes it really easy for just.
Noctis played amazing. He used sound cues, followed Rapha all the way around the map, just listening to where he was, and then caught him off guard.
Yeah, that's just so.
I really can't see Rapha coming back. Noctis is playing very well.
And Noctis still has had solid control for the majority of the time. And there's Rapha going in very aggressive.
We see desperation.
All or nothing. All or nothing. He knows, okay, right now is the time. I have to turn the heat on.
Yeah, that was just a desperate attack. He really had no other choice. He had to push him. It's getting quite late into the DM13.
Yeah, and 6 frag is quite a lot on this map as well.
4 minutes is time, but I really can't see Noctis giving it away. He's playing very solidly.
And Noctis decides to delay that mega health. That will mean, is Rapha going to die for the red armor? Probably is. Noctis is a bit too late, but
Noctis really, he's not too bothered about that because he's just keeping his distance. He doesn't want to fight. If he catches Rapha off guard, that's brilliant.
Well, that means that Rapha has over 150.
Yeah.
There you go. He has got 170. And now Rapha caught him off guard, hitting 2 gold rockets.
But if he pushed in there, he would have taken far too much damage. His stacks are a more important factor in this game.
Yeah, but 200 armor is enough to get back into the game, and Rapha works his way into the mega health room, pushing away Noctis and taking that shaft fight. Will Rapha stand the winner?
He has to come back now.
And now Rapha has control. Well, he has got only 2.5 minutes left to tie this up again. And red armor is next up. Rapha has good positioning on it, but he's trying to find out where Noctis is hiding. Just making sure Noctis is not trying an ambush here. And look how aggressive Rapha is, but that's what he has to do. He has to wrap up all the frags in like 2 minutes. And that was a fair rocket jump, but Rapha can afford that. What is going on?
Noctis doesn't look very comfortable at the minute. He's got nothing. He's just going to be camping. I mean, if we have a look quick.
Yeah.
He's just hiding out, running.
Rapha just spotted him, but Noctis gets away, and he just has to run down the clock.
2 minutes though, and Noctis has absolutely nothing. He's just got shards to play with at the minute.
Noctis lands on the
my
Mega Health
God.
and isn't able to grab it.
How did he miss that?
What? And that's probably going to be very detrimental because Rapha is still in control. Look how aggressive he is, but Noctis hitting so much shaft, but Rapha, with the stack he had, just survived that. It's amazing.
Rapha knows he's got time. He just needs to build his stack before he attacks. Another great read.
And Noctis is low. He just screamed. He's gonna pick up the 25 HP. Maybe he's on 100.
The thing is, he's trapped. He's trapped there, and Rapha knows
it. He's got
it.
nothing to his name.
Rapha knows he's trapped. He won't be moving from there. Yeah. Great read.
And now Rapha has to look for the spawn. But the question is he doesn't even have to force overtime. If Rapha can find him, you know, he's just going to grab that red armor, and now he's just going to look for Noctis. Where is Noctis? Because he has been denying most of the items on the map, so he knows Noctis can't have much.
Definitely. He knows Noctis has not only got nothing, but he's got no weapons, especially not a rocket, which is the most important weapon that Noctis needs.
But Noctis just stole that Mega Health, but that's what happens, you know. When Rapha is looking for Noctis, that means that Noctis has an opportunity to use his sound cues to actually find a way through that. And there's the kill by Noctis. Great plasma gun, and this time it really worked out for Noctis to use that plasma gun.
Yeah, that
means the third map.
Good game. That plasma gun saved his ass.
Great game. What's the decider? Is that hectic?
The hang 1 2-0. Bloody American. Poor Garpy. That means if Noctis wins this map, it will be tied up.
Vote now. Vote passed.
Oh, Blot Run.
Yeah, let's hope Noctis has woken up and he plays a better ZTN than he did against the Hang, because he got walked over.
Yeah, but then again, he has to play against Rapha, and if you saw Rapha play against Strengths yesterday, Rapha had like the worst spawn you can get. You only had a yellow and only the plasma gun, and Rapha managed to stay alive for such a long time. And Strengths had such a big task. So he struggled so much to actually get control back, because Rapha, like, he lost this map. He lost this map so much because he always has like so many options.
Yeah, well, Rapha's the kind of player who makes options out of nothing on every map. He's going to be strong no matter where you go. But I'd probably have to go with Rapha on this map. He after the way he's played. The last part of that map, he got very unlucky not to win it, to be fair.
3, 2, 1.
So Rapha decides to go for the red and straight, trying to intercept Noctis, but that rocket launcher is too strong, and Noctis just, doing the right thing. Namely taking the first frag here, but I don't know, what did Rapha think? Because that was a very aggressive move, and obviously shotgun with his... I mean, he could have had shaft, usually when you take that route you either use the shaft or the rocket, but I don't know what he thought in that situation.
Didn't expect Noctis to drop down there. Nice play by Noctis. He's catching Rapha off guard a lot, which you don't normally see, so that's it's working well for Noctis. He's doing good.
And that's a good rocket. That's surely going to push Rapha in a way, and Noctis will have time to get on that red. But Rapha still remains calm. He wants to make sure that he actually gets out of there alive. But what? Oh, that was a missed jump.
I'm sure Rapha's very hyped for this game, because I don't think he wants to play the Hang for a decider to qualify. It's going to be a tense ZTN.
So Noctis just spamming some nades, setting up for the red armor, and there it was. That's boosting up Noctis pretty nicely here. Now Noctis is trying to set a trap again. Maybe he can catch Rapha off guard, but there's Rapha hitting one rail, but that's not enough. He has to connect more shots here, because Noctis has a really nice stack, and he's just setting up for that mega health, spamming nades and timing it perfectly here and just pushing in. But Rapha still has the option to take the teleporter.
Rapha's playing very, very defensive, very passive. He knows he doesn't want to give a bigger lead. He just wants to deal as much damage as possible. And there's his opening.
There were a couple of good nades, and that's surely going to push Noctis away. And he can't challenge for the red armor because he doesn't, want to sacrifice his life here. But he connected that rig on that, so he didn't too bad. And Rapha read it so well. Wow, he knew Noctis was low. He wanted to go for that 50 HP bubble. So it got denied, and Rapha is just playing so well right now. But Noctis is still alive.
Yeah, his rockets saved him. They were amazing.
And the 50 is not up. Was his Noctis?
But this is
has
where
to slow down the game a bit.
Sorry, this is where Rapha's defensive passive game plays off. He's only 1-0 down. He didn't concede any frags, and he's got complete control again. Noctis on the run.
But Noctis knows the timing of the mega health, but Rapha reads so well, pushing away Noctis, so Noctis can't get the mega health, and the red armor is not his either. So what is he gonna do? He has some stack to work with, but he can't really take fights. And there's the rocket launcher. Noctis is running out of rocket launchers, but Rapha is not charging in. He knew Noctis is gonna drop down, so it wasn't really worth it.
Yeah, Noctis hit a face rocket which stopped Rapha. He had to retreat. He took far too much damage. But he's keeping Noctis away from the red and taking it cleanly, so that'll be a big boost. But Noctis steals away the mega. That puts him in a very good position.
Oh, wow. 2 facial rockets and Rapha.
Oh, Rapha was lucky to get that rocket
kills himself. Or gets killed by Noctis, but that makes it ever more interesting here. Rapha spawning high, getting a rocket launcher. The red is up, but he's going to be the first one to grab it. Noctis obviously was low at that mega health, had no chance to get on it. So right now, the only thing that Rapha lacks are some weapons, but mega health is up. Is Rapha going to challenge for that?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's setting up, and Noctis fighting from the distance. He has got the rail.
He heard the time as well. That's good for Noctis.
Now Rapha is low. Rapha has to retreat to the yellows. Noctis is not looking too bad. Let's switch over to him.
No, he's doing fine. I mean, he's worked his way up to just over 100 armor. He's got a good stack. Just going to pick up the yellow. He's fine. He'll do damage to this red. He knows the time.
Yeah, but he just heard it being picked up. That rocket
he's waiting on yellow.
jump and
yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Rapha didn't want to challenge Mega.
Rapha going in aggressive, and he didn't hit the first rocket, so Noctis had just an easy task killing him there. But rails have been traded, and actually Noctis is going to drop down. He knew Rapha just off the spawn can't have much, so there's the next frag, and Noctis is getting the red, and now it's going to be very detrimental, because right now Rapha, he has to charge and challenge Noctis in awkward situations, because he has to get back into the game.
Noctis is catching him off guard.
Only 6 minutes
and Rapha
left.
doesn't know what to do. I mean, he's giving up such a big lead on ZTN. We saw it on last map though. He can come back. You can't write Rapha off.
No, you can't. But he has to, play so well right now. He can't afford any mistakes. And right now we see a good play by Rapha, because Noctis is fairly low.
This isn't the same Noctis that we saw against Dahang. This is the Noctis everyone knows.
It's Noctis 2.0.
Yeah. This is an emo Noctis.
Well, one rail, Noctis is that. And Noctis has to slow down the game so much right now. He has got no armor whatsoever. And Rapha, meanwhile, he has a lot. So Noctis has to take that teleport and just try to find a way to gather some resources. So, but Noctis just has to survive and just make sure that he runs down the clock. Because he can't challenge right now. And oh, that follow-up didn't hit. And Rapha surely is not happy with that.
Yeah, but he's dealing great damage, which means he can just take...
Oh!
He just can take the whole map now with ease. This is his chance to come back. 3 minutes. Bring on Rapha. Oh,
Noctis gets caught off guard.
Well, this is what we saw in DM13. Noctis doesn't look comfortable out of control with the lead. So let's hope he can hold on if you want Noctis to win.
Yeah, I don't think that Noctis is going to challenge for that mega health. He can't really afford it. Maybe he can manage to do some plasma, some spam damage, but he's not there. That means Rapha can play aggressive, doing some rocket jumps, just making sure that he can maybe find a way to intercept Noctis, and there's that rail.
But Noctis has got nothing. He hasn't even got a yellow.
And that was a very good prediction. That plasma spam, like 5 bullets just hit right in the face into Noctis, and there's the rocket fight that. Who's gonna win on top? And I think Rapha has bigger stack in that situation. Just managed to kill Noctis there.
Yeah,
so 5-4.
Noctis really didn't expect Rapha to go that way, but he dealt great damage. And look at Rapha, he's so low. Oh, another missed rocket jump. He's lost the mega now.
Well, Rapha still has got enough time to come back from this. Only 1 frag. Wow.
Yeah,
that rocket that was really good and was very important because that forced Rapha away.
Rapha needs this red. If he gets this red, he can secure the mega and then have a final push. But Noctis is there.
Oh, Noctis is actually able to grab it, but Noctis is taking so much damage as he falls down. But Rapha can't challenge right now. He's got only 56 HP. That means Rapha is not only gonna miss on that mega health, but also has a fight against the bigger stack Noctis.
That was an amazing play by Noctis. He didn't even know the time. He could have guessed it, but to jump over, steal the mega, the red, and get away, that could have just won in the match because Rapha doesn't have enough stamina to really challenge yet.
So the next big item will be the mega health.
Oh, but he's caught Noctis here.
Oh, that was a good rail. Noctis is actually taking so much damage there.
Low, yeah.
So
low.
Rapha, oh, I didn't expect that. Why is Noctis going for that mega?
He's far too early for the mega. That was a missed time, I guess, because it was obvious Rapha was going to be there. Oh, the worst spawn. Oh, dear God. Okay, that's emo. I'm guessing he's gone emo.
And now it's all or nothing, but Noctis is already screaming, so he has like below 50 HP, and there he comes in very aggressive, but Rapha just has to play plus back.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a spare chair or a spare computer, because Noctis is going to eat it. Oh, I feel so bad for Noctis. That was incredibly unlucky. But yeah, that was a great game. I'm glad I casted that game now. Jeez, I'm pretty speechless. I mean, Rapha was he played so well when he had to, but he got incredibly lucky. But then again, he got very unlucky on DM13, so it evened itself out, in my opinion. To not kill Noctis when Noctis hit about 100% plasma gun.
Yeah, that was definitely pretty funny.
Tit for tat. Rapha's sighing, a massive sigh of relief. He's qualified.